What is good, guys and girls? It's your boy, this dude, and today I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the progress. About a month ago, I told you I was rebuilding every enclosure in this house, and we won't play it, right? We are rebuilding every enclosure in this house, but we're almost done with this room. We only have one more to do, and that's the big tent. We'll still show the tent in this video, but every other enclosure in this room is rebuilt. We're still moving some animals around and doing some things. There's some empty enclosures. I got some animals and bins that are going into enclosure. We'll talk about it all. Some things worked out very well. Some things did not work out at all. Those are more things we're going to talk about throughout the video. So, yeah, let's go. Alright, you guys, looking in from the door, this is how the room looks. And then I guess we'll just start at this rack and then kind of go around the room. I'm still not even done placing animals, but we'll just talk about what I got going on with some of these beautiful animals. Are any of you gonna show up today? This is my African fire skink enclosure. I can't say my African fire skink enclosure because I have a lot of skinks. This is one of their enclosures that we rebuilt. These two are actually producing. They've already produced 2 clutches for me. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one in here. I haven't been in to check, but yeah, these two are doing very well in this enclosure. They have enough space. This is a 4 foot by, I'm not exactly sure what the dimensions are. Yeah, they have more than enough space in here to do everything they need. Feeding, they have enough space for themselves to kind of just get away from each other. They're doing really well overall. Like I said, we planted this bioactive. We added the springtails to isopods. Now this side over here is kind of like the wet side, and then this side over here is the dry side. So all the live plants I placed on this side, and pretty much all of them are taking off. We got that one right there that isn't doing well at all, and I added that after the fact. That was my fault. I was building another enclosure, and I bought too many plants, so I just kind of threw this in here without like any thought for the original build, and you can see it died. But everything else in here is doing very well and taking off just fine. The animals are doing very well too. You know, my females, they usually come out together. But we already fed. We did feeding day yesterday, so I really don't see them coming out for anything. But yeah, I like this enclosure for them. It gives them enough space and privacy if they want to come out. So now moving along. This is my first born crimson giant day gecko. This is the female. She looks good. She's growing into her enclosure. I'm gonna keep her. I'm not doing any sales or anything on my firstborns. Gives me a chance to kind of watch them from egg to adulthood into breeding and kind of just, I don't know, watch the entire life cycle. So I have another one. She was in a pair of eggs. You know, the giant day geckos, they lay 2 eggs at a time, sometimes. And she was one, and then I have her brother in another enclosure. But I'll be keeping both of them, pairing them at some point. But yeah, we did a custom background here. We also tinted the sides, made it black on both sides, and that's just to create the illusion of you know, like a cave. So we'll give them more privacy, so the animal actually feels comfortable being out and coming out. But yeah, it's just a custom background, and he's got like a cork flat that goes across right here in the back. And usually I'll put food or whatever right there. It's a little basking spot, UV, very light heat. And then there's a, how do you say, a heating pad on the wall over here, and that's why you see the animal on the wall there. There's a heating pad on the outside over there. That's a very beautiful day gecko though. Yeah, she's doing very well in here, and has been since day one. She's been doing very well. All the plants in here are doing good. I gotta put some moss down. I have the moss. I'm gonna be putting sphagnum moss down in all of the enclosures. I just kind of wanted to get the building done and out of the way. As you see, I gotta clean this rail. She always likes to like poop on the front of the glass. You know, just like run down. So we gotta get that taken care of. In fact, we're gonna take care of that right now before we even continue the video. But yeah, like I was saying, she's doing very well, and I'm looking forward to actually pairing her and bringing her sometime in the near future. But for now, we're just growing her out and letting her live out her days until I feel that she's actually ready for that. She oh, and she already started laying like dud eggs, right? I found dud eggs in her enclosure, so we're just gonna give her a little bit more time. Now, right next to the day gecko enclosure, I built a small exoterra for a fire skink, another fire skink. We got fire skinks, day geckos all day. Yeah, we just kept this one rather simple. Instead of turning the log towards the walls, we turned it towards the front of the enclosure, so anytime the animal's out here, they can see me, they have interactions with me, and yeah, it kind of just helps make them a little more docile and cool with humans. This pothos, we just planted pothos. We're just hoping for this pothos to take over the entire enclosure and make the animal a little more comfortable and willing to come out over time. I can get him to feed off tongs and all of that, but if I try to go to pet him or anything, he'll just run away and then burrow himself down in the substrate, much like now, and then I just won't see him. Yeah, the plants are doing good, the animals are doing good. Like, these are Bowser and Yoshi's babies. They're a couple years old, so they're not babies anymore, they're adults, but everybody's doing good. We're just looking for mates. I'm looking into getting into morphs, so I'm kind of taking my time with a lot of this fire skink stuff. Ready to spend some big money and get into some high-end morphs. I got one that's literally the most red fire skink that I've ever seen, so I want to get an all red female to pair with him. He's doing extremely well, and yeah, I would love to get some very strong all red babies from him. So not this one, we'll be moving to that enclosure in a little bit, but yeah, this animal's doing good. Like I said, they all come out on feeding day. I'm pretty sure we'll see somebody soon, but the enclosure itself is doing fine. We keep fresh water in here. The plants are doing good. We need to take this log out and clean it. As you can see, it looks like there's webs in it or something. I don't know, I could be bugging. But yeah, everything's doing fine. Now, if we go down to the bottom level here, we have another pairing of African fire skinks. These ones I have not introduced to the channel yet. We're getting them very comfortable. The male comes out all the time. The female never comes out. But we're trying to work with them now, hoping to get eggs from them. But we've had them for about 7 or 8 months. I had them on quarantine for way too long, but I wasn't worried about it because they were in enclosures in quarantine. So I kind of just didn't mind that they stayed separated from everybody while they were just hanging out, you know, getting to know the sounds of the house and all of that. But we also have this one live planted. As you see, that other plant up top that I just threw in there, I threw in here too. I just split it in half and threw in here, and it passed in here too. Didn't make it, but the pothos is doing good. Whatever this is doing very good. It's reaching to the top of the enclosure. I can't wait till this starts to bush out. This will be creating some really good cover. It holds water well. It's just a very good plant. I don't know what it is, but I love it. It works and functions well. And then we got these over here. They didn't completely like destroy this plant, right? And this plant was flat. and I decided to put this LED on it and put some water on it to see if it would help, and then overnight it started standing up, so it's coming back. We just gotta keep the light on it so it can actually get its life back. But like I was saying, yeah, we got a male and female in here. They're pretty cool. Like I said, they're doing their thing. I haven't got any eggs from them yet, but the male comes out all the time. Female, not so much. She's very skittish. They're doing very well. We finally moved them into the reptile room. I wanted to get a lot of this done because I got this that Mist King system. You know, I want to get this room kind of automated, doing its thing. Look at my crocodile gecko. I'm gonna get over to that rack here directly after this. Ooh, that's cool. Now if we go from this rack just over to the right here, we have another rack. As you see, that enclosure right there isn't even done. I have plants for it and everything. Outside, I've got an under tank heat placed on it. We've got the light thing on top. There's dirt in it. We've got the false bottom. Everything's already built. Yeah, we just don't know what's going in it yet. But yeah, we got this rack. 75 gallon up top. There's another 4-foot enclosure. And then we got 2 enclosures here. And I got a little fish tank, right? Some pretty little platies. They're beautiful. And then I got another fire skink down here. And yeah, nothing in this enclosure. We're just gonna throw some plants in there and get that set up. But this enclosure up top here is for my Tokay gecko, right? I hadn't introduced no Tokay to the channel yet. That's something I wanted to breed and kind of do in private, try to do. But it's in the Tokay's in the room now. In this 75 gallon, we got a bunch of really big ferns growing off all the way to the top, and then we've got this variegated, what is this, marble queen or something like that. Pothos, some wood in here. You know, these guys, they want things kind of cooler and moist. So yeah, Tokay's doing very well. We're looking to expand this project, just kind of dragging my feet. I'm not very versed with Tokay geckos. Yeah, so I'm getting my experience up. Everything's been going well though. But yeah, it's just a 75 gallon tank with a bunch of different things in it. This is where the Tokay is always at. We've got cork bark in the back and then a big cork hollow right here in the front. And like I said, the rest of the enclosure going this way. All the plants and all of that. I'll find the Tokay up in the left corner sometimes, but as soon as it is distressed, she'll just run all the way over here into the cork hollow and then go down into the bottom. She's doing very well, putting on good weight, good colors. I wish a lot of these animals were out. That would be kind of cool. I'll see if I can get some footage of them actually out doing things. And then going down, right? Right here is, we were talking about that day gecko pairing, or not pairing, but those 2 day geckos, the very first 2 I hatched out. You can see the boys back there in the corner. Yeah, he's back there. But he's also doing very well. Once again, like I said, I'll always keep my firstborn just to kind of watch him and see how they do. I don't know if this is gonna be permanent, like the way these enclosures are set up. I just got them set up in here like this for now. They got one very, very strong LED right now. We're gonna put another UV bar, and I'm not really like I said, I'm not done in here. I'm just done with the building of most of these enclosures, so I wanted you to see. But this lighting situation isn't permanent. The way these enclosures are sitting isn't permanent, so this is gonna change again. Yeah, plants are doing okay. The animal's doing phenomenal. And I thought this was better for him, so. Then over here, we have my crocodile gecko. He's a beauty. These are wild caught crocodile geckos. I got them like 3 years ago. And well, oddly enough, they're just they've just made themselves at home. His enclosure's kind of cool. He's got, what is that? Photonia, red vein, and I don't know what that is, but yeah, he's pretty cool. He's always out here. Now, I didn't have to add any heat to this, right? Let me show you why. Now, the room itself, you see, it's 80 degrees, right? So, it usually sits, and this is a cool day in Florida. It usually gets up to about 83, 84 degrees in here. So, and then with whatever heat that these bulbs give off, it creates a nice cool basking spot. Now my animals these ones are usually sitting right here under this light because although this is a LED, it gives off a lot of heat, right? What are we looking at? Look at this, right? So this is a very strong LED for growing my plants, but it also doubles as a basking spot for my animals. It's very subtle heat, just very almost like a heat pad, not like a bulb at all. So I kind of like the idea, but it's not gonna sit here. I'm gonna suspend it like an inch or two, and I've already got the chains and everything for it. We may not even use this light. Like I was saying, lighting isn't a problem around here. I got a lot of stuff on back. I'll show you. Like even here, I've got another 4-foot light, right? And this one has 4 bulbs in it. The thing's high powered. I've got another 4-foot light right here, right? So I'm not struggling for lights or nothing like that. Like I said, I'm just finishing. I'm wrapping all of this stuff up, and this is just kind of where I'm at right now. But the lighting situation is going to change a lot in here, and inside the tent. It's going to be kind of cool. And then, yeah, right over here, we have my my little platies. I only have a couple of them in here. There's like 3 of them. So I had 4. I had a male too. He passed, but all the females stayed alive. Hopefully, he was able to do his job, and we could get some more of those pretty animals. They are beautiful. All white with the orange and red on the tail, black dots, Dalmatian. They're beautiful. So yeah, and then if not, then I'll just order some more males, and we'll get this project started. But I got this in here, so my son has something to look at while we're in here playing around with the animals and stuff. He likes to come feed the fish and just watch them swim around. It's kind of cool. Moving along. Down here, we have another African fire skink. Like I said, this is not permanent. This is going to change a lot. This enclosure is probably going to change too. I just needed to figure out if these 2 enclosures could sit side by side. But I think I'm gonna move this one out and then bring in another one, scoot this one all the way to the edge, and yeah, bring in a bigger enclosure over here. And another animal. I'll show you the animal. We've already got the enclosure built and everything. It's done. I'm probably just gonna move it in here and switch spots. But this is another African fire skink, a young male. One of Bowser and Yoshi's babies, the firstborn. Yeah, he's doing good, very good in here. Very shy. A lot of their kids are very, very shy. Some of my fire skinks you'll see are cool. They'll come out to the front, but not Bowser and Yoshi's babies. They're very shy. But yeah, he's doing well in here. We got to get another one of those lights. I'm thinking about, like I said, just drilling into the top, boom, boom, hanging my hooks, and then putting my LEDs up here, and then doing the same thing like here on this level, so the LEDs can sit up above the enclosures. But yeah, we're still getting all the cords and lighting and all of this stuff just like figured out, but the enclosures are practically done. Oh, and like I said, there's moss too. We got a bunch of mosses we want to put down in every one of these enclosures. I got the moss behind me. That's just something I'm gonna do after filming. But yeah, that's this enclosure, filled with a bunch of different types of life. And then yeah, we'll move over to this rack now. We got some more enclosures to look at. Let's go. Oh, and before we move on, I scared him. I'm sorry, buddy. I completely failed to mention this LED here, right? It was just absolutely amazing for the plants. It does really good. You see the petunias coming in. Everything's growing in very well, right? But this also has a LED, or not a LED, what am I talking about? It also has these two Bluetooth speakers on it. So a lot of the times, like, I'll just play like nature sounds in the room and help like calm the animals down and stuff when I'm working in here. Sounds a little bit like this. And I'll just put this on, like I said, while I'm in here doing whatever I'm doing. Me and my son will be in here feeding animals, spraying enclosures. And yeah, it helps keep the animals cool and calm while I'm in here doing whatever I'm doing. And you see, this guy's chilling. My zebra skinks, they're super cool. But yeah, I wanted to talk about that. This is a pretty cool light. Not using very much energy. Puts off some heat. Has a speaker built into it. I can play cool nature sounds in here. It's kind of dope. I like it. We'll see how it goes going forward though, longevity wise. Anyways, move on to the next rack. Now on this side, we have this enclosure up top. Over there we see my crocodile gecko. That's the other wild caught one I've had for over 3 years. They've been doing amazing. They're both males. I had to separate them. Here I have my zebra skinks, my male and my female pair. They're breeding, doing their thing. Here I have the super red African fire skink. Here I have a super golden African fire skink. And then down here are the baby zebra skinks. They're usually out chilling. Yeah, they're out right now, hanging out doing their thing. All of the babies are doing well for anybody following their journey. Yeah, all 4 of them are in here. As you see, I rebuilt the enclosure. I added more coverage for them. They're doing really well though. We'll get to them in a second. But yeah, I got this enclosure up top. I might need to grab a ladder. Yeah, we'll do that. Now I built out this enclosure with the baby Chinese cave geckos in mind, but this room is a little too hot for them. So I built another enclosure for them and moved them into the cool room. This is the hot room, as you guys know. But yeah, so right now we just have all these plants in here. Everything's doing very well. All the plants are growing in. Everything looks good, nice and healthy. This was the plant that died in the other 2 enclosures, but in here it's just doing amazing. These things are beautiful. I don't even know what they are, but they're beautiful. They were all very, very small when I planted them. And yeah, they're just growing in very well. Putting out very nice, pretty, variegated leaves. It's a gorgeous plant. But yeah, there's nothing in this enclosure, so we're gonna be probably getting new animals for this enclosure, but it's already set up and ready for something. It has a drainage layer, springtails and stuff already in it. I've got a bunch of cork bark and logs and stuff just kind of sitting on the side. So we'll throw some hides and stuff in here, probably in this area. Boom, throw some hides in, some moss, and yeah, get that ready for a new species. I don't know what we're gonna put in here, but yeah, we'll get that ready. And then right over here, we have my little buddy. I would open the door, but he's on the door. And he's cool. He's not gonna try to run or jump out or nothing like that. I can work in his enclosure with the door open. This animal has never tried to escape or anything like that. Very, very dope animals though. Very cryptic in nature and in like the way they look. Beautiful animals though. I wanna breed these animals. I'll get a couple females and I'll end up building them a big enclosure. I won't keep them in a small, like this small exoterra. I won't do this anymore. We're gonna put them in big exoterras and give them, much like this, give them a lot more space, cover, give them more naturalistic enclosures. But yeah, he's been holding strong, like I said, about 3.5 years. They've been doing very well, and yeah, We'll look into getting them some females. It's relatively super cheap, so I'm not worried about it, but I want to get them into something nice. He's doing very well though. He just has a piece of bark and his bowls in there for feeding. All right, you guys, and moving right down from these two, we have the Kenyan zebra skinks. I used to have my my captive bred inborn fire skinks in this enclosure. We moved them out into a bunch of different enclosures, and we got one of them paired and breeding and all of that. Yeah, but this is the Kenyan zebra skinks enclosure now. As you see, the male, he's always out. The female, see, she's a little skittish. That's a lot of the females in this room. I don't know why that's the case. The males are usually cool, as you see. He's chilling. He's just trying to find out what's going on. They're both actually very curious animals. The female likes to watch me from cover though. She'll usually duck back in this corner over here or behind some of this cork bark, and she'll watch me from cover. He doesn't mind. I'll pick him up, handle him, feed him. I'll even feed her from tongs, but she won't let me handle her just yet. But he's super dope. He's always out basking, foraging, digging, climbing, doing his thing, just living a natural life. I want to get some more plants in here for them, but overall we keep things kind of arid and dry in this enclosure. So I just gotta find the plants that are gonna be okay with that. But yeah, the enclosure is doing well and the animals are doing well. They've already given us 4 beautiful baby zebra skinks that we have down in this enclosure down here. But yeah, and they're working on their next clutch. They're doing just fine, eating, breeding, and living their lives. These animals are absolutely amazing though. I want to raise more and breed more. I want to actually expand with more species of skink in general. Yeah, these animals are amazing, very inquisitive, very curious animals, and like I said, they don't mind just coming out in the front to check, see what I'm doing. But I really didn't want to talk about the animals. I was just talking about the rebuilding of the enclosures. We got this one done too, so yeah, looks good. Everything's holding up. He likes to dig a lot, so I'm gonna have to put another 2 or 3 inches of dirt inside this enclosure. He is always out just digging, especially in the corners. As you can see, all of the corners are just dug practically down to the bottom, all the way down to the drainage layer. He likes to dig, but yeah, you'll find him out all day just having fun doing his thing, looking for stuff. So very dope animals though. Like I said, we will be expanding and getting more and more species of skinks. I like the way they behave when set up in naturalistic enclosures. I just like skinks. Now in the enclosure directly under them, this is a male fire skink I've had for about 2 years, maybe, something like that. I'm not sure. I don't know where he's at. I don't know where this animal is, but this is the, where is he? I don't know. Probably dug up under. He's probably down under the dirt in the back somewhere. This animal will absolutely bite me. This dude is super bright. He was the one that gave me the idea for stepping into the all red morphs. When I seen the red on this animal, I was like, wow, this is crazy. But this is his new enclosure. And yeah, it's pretty cool. He's got, as you see, he's got a second floor up top. You can just, around the entire enclosure, you can just go up there and get off the floor. So, but you know, he's got live plants over here, some fake plants over here. He's got his hide in the back, under tank heat. Once again, we just wanted to get these builds done so we can start setting up the Mist King and all of that stuff. Getting the lights finalized. All of that. Now moving right down here, where are these animals? What? Man, I swear, these animals are like the hide and seek champions of the world, right? I had to dig around to find him. But this is another one of my males. He's gonna jump out the front. I wanna come out. It's alright. This is another one of my males. And yeah, we're gonna be working with him too. Getting him paired up. He's like, more like all like gold, right? You have your like traditional fire skink, just the red and the black. Then this one doesn't have too much of that going on at all. This one, in fact, is, like I said, almost all gold. So I'm looking at doing a separate pairing for him. But yeah, I made a mess. But yeah, he's doing fine. Living out his days in here. But yeah, we're gonna be looking for an almost all gold female for him because he looks amazing. But man, we're just gonna move to this enclosure here. Now, in this enclosure is where we keep the baby Kenyan zebra skinks from the pairing we got a couple levels up. They're doing really well. This is the enclosure. They all ran off because I was making a ruckus over here, taking all that stuff out of the enclosure. Oh, I just seen one moving through the back there. But yeah, they're doing very well. They've all got settled in. Usually when they see me come to the front here, they'll come out, check and see what's going on. They're very comfortable in their enclosure. As you see, we've planted some live plants here to help hold some humidity. And then I had these fake plants in there prior. It was real simple when we first put them in here, just so we could come in and find them. And then after like 2 or 3 weeks, after making sure everybody was eating and everything, we went ahead and just planted this out. Now these dudes, for some reason, they all like to come poop in this water dish. So I don't put water in here anymore. I leave this dish over here. We'll clean it out every couple of days. And then I'll usually just water on this side over here where the plant is and let them collect water over here. They all bask over here on this piece of wood too. But yeah, it's about time we take that out. But yeah, and then we keep fresh mealworms in there for them. Yeah. And they're doing really well. And right behind us on this wall is the Zen habitat, you know, the 4x2x2. I'm still getting the light straight in here. We want to get that flat and get that flat. But yeah, we got freshwater receptacle. Yoshi usually stays under that all the time. So we've got the UV over here. She's either in the water or under the water dish. We're hoping with these, you know, bigger plants in, she'll start covering more ground in here. But she's gonna be retired from breeding more than likely, unless yeah, we'll probably just retire her from breeding and let her just live out her days. And yeah, but this is the enclosure. We got some nice tall plants in there, very strong LED in here, helping grow all of these plants. It holds humidity in here very well. This substrate is a lot different than the other ones. It's mixed a lot with a lot of cocoa fiber. We did the topsoil, sphagnum moss, all of that stuff, but this one's mixed with a lot of cocoa fiber. But yeah, the load of live plants in here, everything's taken off, looking good. So just gonna watch it over the course of the next couple months and see what happens with these plants. Pretty sure they're just gonna fill this enclosure up. And I'm alright with that. Maybe she'll be more comfortable coming out. We'll see. I had fun building this, but I didn't get to do a drainage layer. You know, this is Zen habitat, so before we go any further, I'll go ahead and get in there and fix those lights and everything and get everything straight. She's not even in there right now. There's no animals in here right now. I got them in bins while I'm like building these enclosures, doing the finishing touches on everything. But yeah, that'll be their enclosure here. I might add more fire skinks to this enclosure. Add a couple pieces of cork bark, you know, just tucked off down in behind the plants. Add a couple hides. I think it'll be cool. We'll see how it works out, but I think I may add more fire skinks to this enclosure. We'll see. And directly behind us, we've got the tent. Now, we haven't done any work in the tent yet. We saved this for last. This is gonna be the last item getting rebuilt in this room. I had to turn the fan off too. There's usually a fan running in here. This is what it sounds like. And it's hooked to that duct system. That's what that whole thing is. There's a fan that pulls all the heat and stuff out of here. But and then it just dumps it into the room. That's another reason why this room stays really hot, because this enclosure gets really hot, and we just pull the heat out of here and dump it into the room. Create a nice 83, 84 ambient in the room. It works out. It works perfectly. But yeah, we saved this for last. Those 4-foot lights that I showed you earlier, we're gonna be hanging one up in here the same way we hung the UV and all of this. We'll pull these strips down to get those out of here. We'll hang the 4-foot LED up top, and then we'll get some more plants in here. This is where we got day geckos in here right now, and my Cayman lizard right there. Hey, Bubba Man. But yeah, this is where they all come to bask. But we have a bigger basking platform that's like 3.5 foot by 3 foot. It's actually sitting over here. Boom. We're gonna turn this into their next basking platform, and that'll give them 2 to 3 times as much space. But yeah, and then we got a bunch of little minnows and fish and stuff in here. I've been, you know, breeding little minnows and stuff for a while. I got turtles in here. There's a bunch of stuff going on. But all the day geckos, we got 2 female day geckos and a male day gecko in this enclosure. This is where they breed primarily year round. A lot of the times if I come looking for eggs, I'll find them, and they'll usually be inside this here. But a lot of the times I just let them do their thing. They seem to have it figured out inside this enclosure. And then I'll just find the babies running around. I'll catch the babies and put them into smaller enclosures, get them out of here, ready for transport, sale, or whatever it may be. And yeah, but we'll be getting another Cayman lizard too. We're gonna be breeding those. We're just gonna give everything some time. Bubba's doing well. He's a year and some change. A year and about 5 months old or something like that. We got him when he was a baby, so he's doing very well. He's always been doing very well. So, but yeah, this enclosure, that's where we feed him. We feed him down here on the bottom, so he doesn't have any issues. He likes to kick the bowls off the platform when he's done with them. But we never want anything to end up breaking, you know, inside the pond or whatever. But yeah, we got a lot of work to do in here. This is the last thing to get done in this room. But when this is done, it's not even gonna look like this. We're gonna have a lot of plants just hanging down from the top. Like I said, a very strong LED, 4 foot, able to grow plants hopefully from the bottom. We'll experiment with that, but we're going with a bigger pond. There's gonna be a lot of work getting done in here, but we saved this for last. I still wanted to show you guys though. Everything's good in here. All the animals are good. I did lose one of my big fish when I was away. You know, I'd be away for the weekends, practically the entire weekend. One of the fish jumped out of the pond onto the floor, and I didn't get to him in time, and he didn't make it. That made me think that when we do like the rebuild in here, I'll probably get a camera that we put in here so we can watch the animals, watch Bubba, watch all the day geckos, and just be able to keep an eye on things. It might be a live stream or something like that. I don't know what it'll be, but I'll experiment with that after the build in here, but that's just something else going on. It's functioning. Everything in here is going fine. I had to turn the fans and I had to turn everything off, the wave maker, all that stuff, because it gets loud in this enclosure. But yeah, just know that everybody's good. You see the day geckos hanging out with Bubba. Everybody hangs out with Bubba in this enclosure. The male, the females, they all see him as big brother, and he's very docile. He's very nice. Even the turtles come hang out with him. Yeah, he has a lot of friends in here. But yeah, they're doing good, as you see. Let's see how close I can get. Need some water, buddy. Yeah, everything's good though. We're gonna go, I guess we'll go into the cool room. I was gonna wrap it up here because we haven't even gotten to the cool room for the rebuilding, but I'll show you what's going on in there. Now, in here in the cool room, we have this is the red-eye crocodile skink enclosure. We put shrimp into this enclosure. That was one of those things that worked out really well. Although I didn't see the shrimp for like a month. I thought maybe they got lost. You know, there's a lot of ways for them to just get out the water and go onto the land. You know, shrimp will just do whatever they want. They'll climb into the filter, they'll climb whatever. But yeah, yesterday when I was looking in the enclosure, I found them again, and I was quite delighted to see them because I haven't seen them in so long. But yeah, that actually kind of worked out good. This enclosure is doing really well for the red-eye crocodile skinks. We've got my female green scale lizard here. She's amazing. She's beautiful. Very, very, very dope animal. She's like, what's going on? She doesn't let me handle her so much right now, but she'll come out into my hands sometimes. She's pretty cool. She's coming around. But and then like I said, this is the crocodile skink enclosure. Now, if we look back here in this corner, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this, but we have a new baby back there, right? He's been on top of the filter ever since he came in. I have it. There he goes. New baby crocodile skink. Brand new. This is my first time actually getting in there and interacting with him. He's been sitting on top of that, the filter since he was born. I knew he showed up because he, like I said, he's just been there. But he's doing well. Everybody in here is doing well. We're gonna do a full update video on the crocodile skinks, right? He's still sitting up there. I don't know if you guys can see him. He's still sitting up there. We're gonna do a full update video on all the crocodile skinks. We haven't seen a lot of them in here in a while, and as you can see, their enclosure is just growing in. Pothos is taking over. That's what it was supposed to do though. We have like 2 or 3 different types of pothos in here. I can't even tell the difference now. But yeah, we got a new baby. That's kind of cool. Alright. It's amazing. He's fitting in just fine. He doesn't mind me at all, as you can tell. Kinda dope. Up here, now I was setting up, I got these clown tree frogs not too long ago, and that did not work out. That was one of those things that did not work out I was talking about. Yeah, I still gotta clean that enclosure right there. But yeah, that just didn't work out. Day after day after day, another one would just pass. They weren't eating, we don't know what happened, but it didn't go well. So, but as you see, I got a couple enclosures up there. I'm gonna be getting set up for dart frogs. I'm gonna try my hand with those. I'm gonna make sure I do a whole lot of research before I even get into it though. I don't wanna be doing that anymore. I obviously wasn't ready, and yeah, so, but that doesn't mean that I won't be ready. We're gonna make sure we do our research and get everything down. I'm gonna build these frog enclosures much like these paludariums. I'm gonna do the same thing for her here too. Everything in here is gonna be built much like a paludarium. I think that'll be better for the frogs. But yeah, down here, I don't know if you guys know, we got some baby Chinese day gecko. Oh no, Chinese cave geckos, right? There they go. All right, and they're doing just fine. We see somebody's about to go in the shed here. That's the red one with all the red on them, and then this is your more standard one on the left. We got a male and female. They're inseparable. They're with each other every day. I want to put some more stuff in here. As you see, I got a hide right here for them. Like I said, I got all that moss and stuff. But yeah, we want to put some more stuff in here for them. But we also want to keep it very easy to find them. They're doing very well though in this enclosure. These plants are doing very well. Everything looks good. Nice color, nice growth. I don't think we have any die off. Everything's doing very well. I've been keeping this enclosure close to 100% humidity. The plants like it, the animals like it, so we'll just follow them too. I want to do some videos on them as they get older. But yeah, we've had them for a little bit now, a couple weeks, and they're doing really good. And then over in this enclosure, this is just over on the left side. There's this rack we still got to fill out. We're gonna put another Exoterra right here next to this. Build them 2 paludariums. All paludariums up there. That'll probably stay the same, and then we have another one to build down there. But these are the oldest crocodile skinks, the firstborn, and we kept their enclosure relatively simple. This was the enclosure that the entire family was in, but now it's just them 2. I haven't seen them in a while. Oh, there went one of them. So, as you see, this animal is practically grown. The red circles have fully come in. Yeah, they're looking good though. They're doing very good too. They're very healthy, very active. I see them out all the time, right? They're not like their parents. They come out every day. So. But yeah, I don't know which one that was, but this is Billy and Bobby here. Inside here, when we determined that one is a male and one is a female, so with them being full grown now, we probably want to separate them and give them their own mates. I don't know if you want to, you know, I don't know. Yeah, we probably want to get them mates, get them separated. So we'll accommodate for that here shortly. But they're doing good, as you see. Yeah, we keep them set up with fresh water. They love being in the water at all times. Everybody's doing good though. He still doesn't want to come out, but he decided he wanted to come and see what we were doing. That's the one that's back in this room. I came back here. I still got to put the moss down in a lot of these enclosures, but I came back to see what was going on in here before the lights went off. He just decided he wanted to come check us out rather. Sorry it's kind of loud. I left the fan on because I wasn't supposed to be recording in here. I just came to see what the animals were doing. And the babies are back out. Like I said, they ran off earlier because I was making a ruckus over there looking for the fire skink. They're all back out. Alright, so this enclosure is out in my living room. And as you can see, it is pure chaos. The lily has grown to the top. Everything is just to the top. As you can see, this is wrapped over multiple times. Just trying to get to the light. It's crazy. So we're gonna pull. I can't wait to rebuild this one. But we're gonna be pulling everything out of this enclosure. This is my male green kill scale lizard. We'll be pulling everything out of this enclosure. We're not doing this just yet. We're making our way around to it. But yeah, we're gonna be turning this back into a paludarium. So everything on the bottom is gonna be water again. Bunch of fish. It's gonna be fun. It'll look good. And we'll take these plants out, get them outside on the porch, so they can just grow towards the sky and not be confined in this 3-foot enclosure. They serve their purpose though. They create a lot of coverage. He feels like he's literally living in the jungle. So it works out really well for him, but visually, this is just pure chaos. It needs to be cleaned up. Like I said, dude, I can't wait to rebuild this enclosure in general, because turning it back into a paludarium is going to be a lot of fun. And now we're over here in my chill area. This is where I kind of just like hang out, play games, do research, all of that stuff. I make the music for my videos, edit my videos, everything. But this rack we're going to be breaking down. I broke it down and then I set it back up to kind of give myself some space to put these animals, and now they're going to be going back into the reptile room. But here we have a captive bred Koch's day gecko baby. Now her parents were both wild caught, came in with a whole host of issues, tumors and everything. It was just very, very bad, right? They came in very bad condition, but they left us a beautiful captive bred baby, and the colors on this animal are remarkable. You probably can't see them right now, but you know, all these blues and greens that pop out, almost velvet like purple. Beautiful animal. But she's really become like comfortable with humans, like the noise and stuff. She always comes to the front of the enclosure. It's kind of cool. I'm really excited about not only growing this animal out, but breeding these animals in the future. Very beautiful animals, very inquisitive. Not like my giant day geckos. This gecko actually wants to know what's going on. It's kind of cool. But yeah, very beautiful animal, like I said. Very curious, and I'm looking forward to this. And then just down here, we just have a random African fire skink build. He's not like you can't even see him. Pardon all that calcium. I just dumped a bunch of crickets over there. But we're gonna be moving this one back into the room also. Like I said, needed a little bit of space. This needs to be clean. The front of this enclosure, the glass needs to be clean. Come from water in the plants or whatnot. But yeah, just another African fire skink build we have. Is gonna be moving it into the reptile room. Now right over here, I have, this is a 7 foot tall, this is my leopard gecko rack. We talked about this for a while. We was waiting on this. We finally got it in. We got all the leopard geckos in here. I normally don't use bins, but these bins are pretty good size. Let me get one out for you guys, show you what's going on. All right, I had to throw another hide in here for him. It just opens up in the front, and just give him a little bit of area on the hot side and then some on the cool side if he wants. He's usually in here though. But yeah, this is Leo. All right, we did feeding yesterday, so we see a couple of the crickets didn't make it. Go ahead and get them out of there, right? But yeah, I put them in these bins because it's just easier to keep things clean. And also they have a bigger footprint than if they were in a 20-gallon tank. So we put all the adults in bins by themselves, and then all the babies in the same groups they were in their baby bins. We just put them in big bins. So, but I like these. You're able to give them a little bit of space, do some somewhat naturalistic. But yeah. And we got a bunch of these going off up here. I keep this top one empty. I'll take it out. Like if I need to clean, as you see, we just cleaned this one. This one's still wet. But if we need to clean, then I'll just use this one up here, put the animals inside of that, and then just kind of take all the items out of whatever bin they're using, clean it, and then rotate it, boom, 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 and we just do that all the way down. But yeah, all the leopard geckos are doing well. We put a halt on breeding this year. But next year, it's gonna be insane. We have a bunch of baby racks already, just chilling. We've had many, right? We got like 3 other racks just hanging out, and I'm gonna get another one of these built, one of these 7 foot tall adult racks. I like them. It's very functional. It does what it's supposed to do, and I'm able to keep a lot of leopard geckos this way, without sacrificing their space, right? They still get a huge footprint inside these bins, bigger than these 20-gallon tanks, right? This footprint would fit inside of that. So I don't feel bad about this. I don't really like the leopard gecko racks per se, but these racks give them a lot of space, and I think it works out really well. But yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. We got a lot of other things to do, a bunch of enclosures to build. I just wanted to kind of bring you guys up to speed. And just like that, guys and girls, that's the reptile room tour. I wasn't gonna keep it confined to this room. This is where all the work is getting done. We still gotta finish the tent. This is gonna be a big effort. But yeah, and then as soon as we're done here, we'll get into the cool room. We're gonna rebuild everything there. Then we'll move out in the other room, rebuild everything there. You know, we got like 10 open enclosure. There's a lot of new animals coming in. I just wanted you guys to know where I was as far as rebuilding. Didn't want it to seem like I was just screwing off over here playing around. We got some moss to put in. You know, I wanted to put moss in every single one of these enclosures to help the plants and help the enclosures hold in humidity. I got some hides to put in some enclosure. Obviously we still got a lot of work to do, but I wanted you guys to see where I was at, let you know we're not playing. A lot of these enclosures, over time, they're gonna be changing a lot. Now I'm happy with a lot of them the way they look now, right? I'm very happy with the way a lot of these enclosures look now, but you know, I'm ever changing, ever growing, and always see an opportunity to be better or just get better, right? So you'll see that a lot around here. These enclosures we're always gonna be updating and upgrading because we want to give these animals the world. We want everybody to feel comfortable here, and really just want to, at the end of the day, say that we're doing our best, right? Giving them everything that we possibly can, not cutting any corners, none of that. We don't do that around here. But yeah, I'm gonna get back to work. I'll see you guys on the flip side. It's been dope, man. Your boy Smith. This is All Things Living. I appreciate you tuning in. Next reptile room tour is gonna be epic. We'll have a lot more enclosures done, and we're gonna have more new animals in. It's gonna be kind of cool. But I really appreciate you guys. I know you could have been anywhere, but you decided to be here with me, and that means a lot. Thanks, man. I'm out. Peace.